Good evening. Welcome back to an extra episode of The Journeyman tonight. I don't know if there is anybody in the chat. I can't see anybody there. So if there is someone there, can you let me know that you can see everything okay and that you can hear me okay? And then we shall get on with what we've got going on today. And as you can see in the league, we are 13 points clear at the top of the league. We've got to be thinking that we are going to win the league now with 10 games left to go. We've played most of the big teams at the top, and we have some what you might call fairly easier games to play, but you never know with this game how it's going to turn out. I was a bit disappointed yesterday after what the game did yesterday. And I do believe there is a switch in there, and how silly it was that we had to put them in a formation they were totally unfamiliar with, and then we won the game. And after that, we have recovered, because I've played another couple of games, and we've played the first leg of the cup final, and we have beaten Sao Paulo at home by 3-1. Might not be enough, and then we had an amazing 6-1 victory against America MG. And after what was going on there where we couldn't play football at all, this is kind of strange what's happening. We played, as you recall, against Santos in that very strange formation and won in the semi-final of the cup. And I do find it strange that the game requires you to do that in order to get back on track. Once we got to the cup final first leg, they switched it back to the normal tactic, and we've just romped away, and things seem to be back on track again. You never know, though. It's been a long season, and maybe this blip is just because it's a long season. We're going to play 5 games today. We've got Sao Paulo in the second leg of the final to kick us off. Then we've got Bahia, Santos, Cheira in the league before we play the first leg of the semi-final of the Libertadores, the trophy that I desperately need. And so, looking at these 3 fixtures, I'm thinking, because in terms of the squad, we have a number of first-team players who are low fatigue. They're in very, very low fatigue. And I maybe should be resting and playing younger players in the next 3 games after the final to let these boys recover and in time for when we go to the Libertadores. But we are going to be playing with a strong team today. And William will be in goal with Heidegger, Aber, Mustafa, Gelos, Naldi and Tecco will make up that DM line. And then we have Redondo and Aguilera in midfield. Kumalo and Duran will play up front. It's going to be not an easy game. We're going to play as we normally play, I think. We're going to play with the higher defensive line to begin. I probably will need to push it up as the game progresses, but we'll counter-press, counter. We'll just see how things work out. We're going to play it at a high tempo. It served us well in the first leg. Got a couple of tired players at the back there, but that's because injuries is forcing us to play tired players. Let's hope, though, that the team I've selected is going to be good enough to win us another trophy, and that will be something special. We're looking at 19 trophies. If we win this today, it'll be 19 trophies. Our strength is clearly up front, and our attacking mid, box-to-box mid is also very strong. We've got to go for it. And we've got this foreign player stuff. So I cannot pick that team by the look of it. So I've got to get rid of Pineda, who Kardic can come onto the bench for Pineda. And I've still got to get rid of one of these players, but I'm really struggling. I may need to put Oder at right wing back. So we will put Oder at right wing back, and that means we are resting both wing backs. And I don't know why we've gone back to that, but I obviously clicked the wrong button there. Still. How do I get out of this then? What is going on here? I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've got Gelos who cannot now. That is the problem. What a problem this is going to be for the second leg. Unless I don't play Aguilera. If I play Paraxides instead of Aguilera, that should solve the problem. If I rest Aguilera, should solve the problem. Juninho's not registered. Atuesta's not ever played this season. Pires, I think Pires can come in for Aguilera. So we'll try that. And there we go. We can actually go to the match now. Selection headache. But let's hope that we 3-1 up. Nobody's expecting anything. We're not the greatest team. We're just looking like the greatest team in the league. Let's get out there, make a difference. Let's pick up another trophy today. And I'll go to the assistant again and get him to have a look at things again, which he does always. And then we can go to the game. The cup final, second leg. Let's hope that we've picked a team good enough. They're all very tired. And we are struggling. But defensively, we've been pretty solid of late. And that's what I want them to be, is solid at the back. And if we stay solid at the back, then we will win the trophy. Don't defend well and we're going to be in trouble. They're putting us under the cosh straight away. And they're going to come at us, I think. They probably want to win this as much as I do. And so, oh boy, I don't like cup finals. I'd rather lose in the quarterfinals than lose in the final. But 3-1 up, we've got to be optimistic. We've got good players up front. And although they're both very tired, and Redondo is very tired, we just need to get one goal. And then we can put another trophy, the 19th trophy, in the cabinet. And that's a lot of trophies for 8 seasons. We got to be very pleased with that. And well done, Teco. Teco's done really well there. And it's almost in. Well done, Teco. Teco, I've just pulled it into the team. This, of course, if you watch the video today on the tactic, it is a wing-back tactic. And we score a lot of goals. Wing-backs assist a huge amount. And at the moment, it's looking okay. We're dominating the possession. Chances created are not great. And, of course, they do have Rafinha playing for them. He must be very old, though. But we must close down. Well done. That's really cool. And I am thinking already of going into a mid-block, because they do seem to like to take a shot from outside the box. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. If they score, I'm going to go into a mid-block. Just try and stop them shooting from just outside the box. Get more bodies behind the ball. And they're definitely looking like the better team at the moment. They're getting the better highlights. Hey Escrivo, how you doing? I'm good. Hope you are doing well too. And we are a bit under the cosh. They've come back into the game. They've stolen the momentum from us, which we had at the beginning. And I'm not really that happy at the moment. Maybe I've got 2 options. Push the line up or go into a mid-block. And I think I'm going to just, for the moment, try pushing the line up. Try to squeeze them in the middle of the pitch. But they are a good team. We've just outperformed all the teams this season. But you can't write off this team. Except their finishing isn't brilliant today, which is good news. And we need to encourage the boys a little bit here, because we're falling foul. We've only created one chance. And they have been the better team. And we're not actually playing very well. And this is probably, this is tiredness, isn't it? Rafinha is dangerous. So let's have a look at Rafinha. They are tiring as well as we are. I'm going to type mark Rafinha and get somebody on him. He's looking quite dangerous. And so he must be getting on in years now, Rafinha. He must be very old. That was poor goalkeeping as well. We are really looking like we're poor at the moment, but he's managed to recover it. So I don't quite know if the pushing the line up has worked. They've also got, who's Lincoln? Lincoln is also causing me a few problems. He's let's type mark him as well. And we'll turn him on to, nope, we won't. But we'll just type mark him as well. He's also causing me a problem. We'll try and take these boys out of the game. We've not had the ball, really. Anything that we've done has not been effective at the moment, and that is probably team selection. I just want one goal from them, though. One goal will be enough, and we will win the final. And we've got a chance here. Paraxides. What a chance. I think he hit the post there. There's a ball down the line to Teco. Lovely cross. And just past the post by Duran. Yeah, South America, Brazil is such a good place to manage. It's like everybody in Europe, they go and look to Brazil and Argentina and all these places for their wonder kids. Come to Brazil, they're all there. And the problem that you've got in Brazil is holding on to them. But it's good to have them at the beginning. And some of them have become very, very good players. And I've got another couple of youngsters. Oder is very young. Teco on left wing back is very young. He's going to be a very good player. And it is good to play with these youngsters. We've not got a single shot on target. And I think I need to be telling them at halftime. Our shooting is absolutely awful. I'm wondering if I should slow it down a little bit. Control the game a little bit more. Maybe we're just a little bit frantic with our shooting. Our shooting has not been good enough. Heidegger always gets upset when I'm cross with them. So I think maybe what I might do is slow it down a bit and just try and hold the ball. Just be a bit more patient with our play. I'm going to go fairly narrow as well. Just try and be a little bit more patient with our play. So Rafinha needs tight marking and Lincoln. So Lincoln can be tight marked. And let's go back out there, boys. And defenders, you weren't that bad. Midfielders, I need more. Need more from you. And I'm not happy with your finishing for the boys up front. Kamalo, who scored four goals in the last game in that 6-1 victory. He's a bit out of sorts today. That's so Kamalo at the moment. Interesting that if you remember the last episode, he came to me a week ago and he said he's quite happy to stay. Well, a week later, he came to me and said that he wants to consider his options at the end of the season. I think it's time for him to go, because he's not playing very well and he doesn't know what he wants. If we win the Libertadores, he probably will want to stay again. But I think it's time for him to go. And he is annoying me a little bit with his antics. Flamengo, Palmeiras. we are not a big team. Curitiba's not a big team. We're just romping away with the league, and we are at the moment still in control of this final. We're still winning it, but I think I do need to get these forwards off. But I don't think I've got any on the bench now, because Pineda has been taken off the bench because of the foreign players rule. And both of these forwards are just having nonsense games. So let's go make some changes. Let's find out where we can make some changes. We got Uda, who's not playing very well, so Raquelme can come on. No, wait a minute. Gelos can come on for Uda. Better fullback, but he's done his job. And then possibly Redondo is not playing very well. And Maxi Alves probably needs a game. Naldi's tired though. What I'm going to do first is to come off the counter press. I don't think that's necessary. Just save a little bit of energy. Redondo is very tired. So Galazara can come on for Redondo. And then Paraxides is not playing very well, so I'm going to play Helinho. And I don't think we need to do these two forwards. I can only change one of them. Trevisol can come on for Duran. And let's see if Trevisol can make the difference here for me today. But at the moment, I'm not feeling too confident about how they're playing. It looks pretty poor, to be honest. And they need backing up here. I'm going to demand more from them. They do need backing up here. Defensively, again, we've been pretty solid, but we could always concede at any time. We very seldom concede two. But conceding one, we do a lot. Well done, boy. And that was Tecco. He's having a decent game, Tecco. He's on a 7.5. I'm going to try and close things down a little bit now. Tecco can come back onto a support duty. Just be defensively a little bit more solid. And try to keep them out. We are being forced back, which is unusual. Rafinha is having an absolute stormer. So I'm going to ask, where is he playing? Where's Rafinha playing? Rafinha is playing on the right. So I'm going to ask Tecco to tight mark him. He's not very good at marking, but if he stays with him, then we might just be able to hold on to this. And that's all I want to do, is just hold on. We're 2 goals in front with 20 minutes to go. We just need to hold on. We've not played very well. We've played really badly, in fact. And the stats tell the story. Their finishing has been absolutely pathetic. I've got 2 more subs I can make, I think. This is Brazilian Serie A. Jesus Abba is very tired. And Kamalo is shocking. So Kardec can come on for Kamalo. Jesus Abba will have to keep playing. Have to keep playing, I'm afraid. Because, and blame your teammates, because they're the boys who've let you down by playing so badly. Blame the front 2, because you are knackered and it's their fault. So blame them for having such rubbish games. And if we can hold on, though, 0-0 will be a good result. And we will win the cup final with this result as it is. 5 minutes to go. They're going to have to score twice. So just hold on. Oh, we've hit the crossbar. We've hit the crossbar. Oh, boy. I think I made the right move by slowing it down at half-time. They were a bit frantic going forward. And just by slowing it down, we've kind of contained them, but only contained them. It's not been a good performance, but we've just contained them. And in all fairness, they are a better team than we are. So to win this cup final will be absolutely brilliant. We do need to be defensively solid. Well done, well done. And Helinho, get rid of it. And there's my man, Trevisol, who's just appeared this season out of nowhere and has taken his chance up front, and will probably next season get a ton more games because he's got 20 goals already this season. And what a player, what a find he has turned out to be. He's come from nowhere and we've hit the crossbar again. Oh boy. Naldi could well be. Naldi was just a 2-star player at the start of the season. He's been tipped for Best Player in Brazil award. He has done me proud, Naldi. He's not had a good game though today, but can't fault him. He's been outstanding all season. And is this the 19th trophy of the save coming up? We've just got to last 4 minutes. They might steal one here, but Williams held on to it, and now it's time to shut the game down. So we will go narrow now, and we're going to come off the counter-attack. We don't need to do that anymore. And we will come back into a mid-block. I'm going to lower the line. They probably are going to try and get behind the line. We'll come off that a little bit. We're not going to do that anymore. And just hopefully see out the game now. Real football team in real life. Coritiba, yeah, they are a very real team in real life, I believe. I'm not quite sure the question that you've got there, Daryl. But we have just got 5 seconds to see this out now. And then it's going to be another trophy in the cabinet. Just hold on, boys. And there it is. We have beaten them 0-0 on the day. But we have beaten them over the tie. And we have won our 19th trophy of the save. I don't think I've ever won in any previous save 19 trophies. I've got to admit, it's over 4 different clubs. But 19 trophies in 8 seasons, that's got to be something. And we have done it again. And we could probably get to 20 because I'm very confident that if we keep our form going, that we can win the league as well. Whether we can win the Libertadores, I don't think so. I think it's one season too early, maybe, for the Libertadores. But we have won another trophy. Bask in the glory. And well done, Coritiba. Well done, boys. Tough. It was a tough game. We didn't play very well. In fact, we were pretty poor. And the stats show how poor we are. We didn't get a single shot on target. But 0-0 is good enough. And that's how you do a 2-legged tie. Bit disappointed with the forwards. The shooting was awful. But such is football. And so we have won the double. And there's still 2 more trophies to play for. Yeah, I know that they all could do with a rest. Jesus Abba, though, I can't give them a rest because you've injured all my central defenders. So it's hard to give them a rest. Hey, Callum, you've just missed one game. We've just won the Brazilian Cup final. And they've set the budgets at 24.2 million. That's early. Normally they wait until the league is played out, but they've set the budgets early. And so we have, at the moment, we are still in the Libertadores. We will play Internacional. We beat them 6-1 on one of the previous games, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. And then we are top of the league, 13 points clear. We lost. We've just won the Copa Brazil. We won the Supercopa. Which one did we lose in? We lost the Paranense Cup. So we have 2 trophies at the moment. And I need to rest the first team now for these 3 fixtures. I'm going to have to trust the reserves for these 3 fixtures. And maybe against Santos we can give some of the first teamers a run out. But I want to give the reserves a run out now. So what I'll do is I'll rest the first team anyway. So they can all have a rest for a day. Uda can have a rest for a day. For winning the cup, Paraxides also can rest for a day. And so I want to actually rotate now. Redondo claims the best player of the Brazilian Cup. Awesome. Well done, Redondo. And Duran runner-up in the golden boot of the cup, I guess that is. That's good news. That's really good news, Daryl. A couple of people have come and left comments about the tactic videos of late. So I guess they've been watching it, they've been playing through and found that it's working for them, which is very, very good news. And it's something that I struggled with when the game came out. Something I really struggled with when the game came out. And took a lot of working out, and these attributes now have become so important when it comes to how you set your team up and how you develop your tactics. The attributes are just really so important now. So we're going to rest the first team. Kamalo, why is it all in Spanish? The Golden Goal Award, is it? An excellent... I can't remember that one. Was against... Oh, in the... yeah, I think I remember this one. But he got 4, so it could be any one of the 4. What was it? Again, it's come from the wing-backs. I'm not quite sure that should be one of the best goals. But there we are. The game does strange things. We better congratulate him. I don't really understand why that is the goal of the cup. I don't get that. Kamalo, Galazara and Pineda going on international duty. The reserves are going to play in here, so don't worry about it, Mr. Assistant. And we need to get through to the next game so that we can... Like, if we don't win the league now, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be shocked. I don't think I've ever lost a league title from being 13 points in front with 10 games to go. But this game is playing up this year, and nothing is written in stone. And the game might have decided, well, you've won enough trophies for one season. I really want the Libertadores, though, and we do have a chance against Internacional in the semi-final. But I need to rest players before we get there, and it might cost us points in these 3 games. Marquinhos is back in training, which is good. So players like Trevisol can play. Maybe even Perotti might get a run out. I have to decide who is going to play in the semi-final from the front 4 that I have. And probably thinking big game player would be Kamalo. Duran probably has to start. But I'm going to rotate this team. Gobetti is a good choice. Let's give people a rest. Who did he have at centre-back? Heidegger, Carry On, Anderson, Jesus and Xavier. That's probably a good idea. Anderson, Jesus, though, cannot play as the cover. And Javier. It gives them a rest. Is he got a good left foot? No. So let's switch those over. And have I got Marquinhos? He can come onto the bench. Give him a run out at some point. We are a bit light now at the back. But I do want to rotate. Pires didn't play in the last game, can play in this one. Raquelme didn't play in the last game, so can also play. And Pires can come in here. Maya is injured, but we do have Maxi Alves, who can play as the DLP. I want to rest Redondo and Aguilera. So Helinho, who is a good young player, can come in. And then up front, we'll play Pineda and Trevisol. And I think that's probably nothing like the team that he wants. How many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 foreigners. So we're well under the Juninho instead of Helinho. And Helinho can come onto the bench. So we've got a decent bench. So let's hope that, the rotation should work against a team lower in the league than us. I'm going to push the lines up. We're going after them to begin with anyway. How did he get on? I always like... So it's his form. International 6.6. He didn't have a very good game. So you just want to say, well done. I will say you gave a good account of yourself. Make him feel better. And big games to look out for here. Palmeiras and Inter. Internacional playing Gremio. They should win that one. So let's see how that turns out. It'd be nice if we could have a shock result with Internacional. International 5-0. I did think they would win that. So they have gone 1 point closer to us. But we have to get something out of this game now. And Palmeiras will probably play with us. Nope, no Palmeiras. We've got to go for this. I think rotating the team is the right thing to do because if they're tired, they're not going to play well. So let's rotate the team. They don't have much pace, so I am going to push the line up. Focus play down the middle, why not? Because we're quite strong down the middle. And he usually has some reason for saying that. If we lose this game, we lose. It's my fault because I've rotated too much. Pineda is on international duty, is he? Just decided to go travelling. In fact, they all have. and Kamalo. So I'm really stuck for forwards now. Kardec will have to come in. They've all gone off on international duty, so I don't even have a full bench. And he's suspended. Atuesta can come onto the bench. Galos can come onto the bench. Struggling for forwards. Oliveira will have to play. If the forwards play badly, it will have to be Oliveira going up front. This is one of the other things about Brazil, is that players go away on international breaks all the time. It's really weird sometimes why they just, like, in Europe everybody's off at the same time, but not in Brazil. This is a match we should be winning, yeah. So I need a strong defence today. And I have faith in you for the forwards, because they're not regular forwards. But Kardec is possibly... he's capable of putting in a performance. If we can get him the ball, he's got enough experience to score goals. So we're going to play... Am I actually... No, I don't want to get stuck in against them. And we weren't allowed to see that highlight. I'm in extended highlights, so why were we not allowed to see that one? Really important that we win the second ball, and we've done so well. Go on, Raquelme. Let's get you back to form. You've been a bit out of form. He was absolutely brilliant. Both wing-backs were brilliant at the start of the season. Let's get them back to form. He's been out of favour, Maxi Alves, but he is a very good player, so I do have faith in this boy. And if he has a good game... I think you're offside, Trevisol, but good lord. I've just been telling them how good you are. You nutter. So good me telling them how good you are if you go and do that. Player who's come out of nothing. Absolutely came from nowhere at the beginning of the season. He played a couple of reserve games and absolutely friendlies, and he absolutely looked deadly. I thought, whoa, we've got something here. And his attributes are terrible. But he's got 20 goals already this season. It's just amazing. I don't know how he's doing it. His off-the-ball movement is brilliant. When he plays well, his off-the-ball movement is brilliant. We're in control of the game, but we still need that goal. And it's not like we're not getting shots on target. Just gotta hope one of them goes in a minute. If we're not getting them on target... Oh my good lord. We're not getting them on target. I tend to get worried there's something wrong, but we're getting them on target. I know, Darryl, what a miss. After me telling everybody what a good player he was. But we do have a lot of players missing. I mean, I've intended to rotate, but not that much. But so pretty much this is our second team playing here today. Where the wing-backs are first teamers, but apart from that, everybody else is a second team. Oh, that's a lovely pass. Go on, Kardec. I thought it was your day then. That was a lovely pass. Maxi Alves, that was. No, it was Juninho. What a lovely pass that was. It's not great, the shots on target, but it's a 1.03 XG. It's just when we've created good chances, we haven't put them away. And that's not the greatest free kick from that distance. They're not really bothering me, but then we're not really bothering them. Are they going to look for the ball over the top, sir? Because we're not playing too well, I'm just going to try a mid-block to see if I can't pull them out. I mean, we'll look at where they're sitting. They're right on the edge of their penalty area, which means they're probably defending inside their penalty area. So I'm just going to try and pull them out a little bit. See if our pass into space instruction actually works. They're attacking also mostly down the right hand side. And that's where I have the wing back on attack, so I have to be careful. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it, boys. That's pretty poor at the moment. Again, we're looking disastrously bad. But that's okay. Ooh, looked like a handball to me there. Don't know how he managed to bring that down and put it in front of him. Definitely looked like a handball. Anderson Jesus, who is now 36 years old, I think. He's retiring at the end of the season, but I don't have any other centre-backs at the moment. Oh, and we've gone a goal behind. Oh, boys. What are you doing to me? Well, that's probably my fault and worried too much about the lines. We've got to push up now. I'm going to get stuck in because I'm not seeing any passion here. And we'll probably go positive and put the other wing back on attack. We're just not doing anything. So we got one on attack. Let's put Pires on attack as well. Oh, boys. Tired, rotated team. Hey, Andy, how you doing? You missed the cup final. We did get the trophy, but this end of the season is looking very poor. We really don't want to lose this game. Not against this lot. A team in 15th again. Why is it so difficult to beat teams lower in the league? I mean, especially as we've been the better team again. I don't mind losing if we're getting beaten. But, you know, it's just silliness. We always lose games when we're absolutely clobbering them. And you can see the momentum. It's all with us. They have one like breakaway, cross into the box, goal. Come on. No, it's just not working. We did recover from the last disaster, but now it's gone pear-shaped again. Creating really good chances, and finally Pires. And there you go, wing back to wing back again. And that's how it should be working. There's one wing back involved. Gets the ball across, goes to the other wing back. And that's how it should be working, because they should be getting spaces out here. And we've been such a dominant team. They've hardly had the ball. I don't know how they've managed to score. Unbelievable. Oh, I hate it, Andy. I'd rather play the teams at the top. I feel much more confident against playing teams at the top. Fans expect a win. Don't let them down. You just step up. Forwards again, 6.5, 6.5. Here we go. Forwards cannot score. They've been absolutely lethal all season till we've got here. Now they cannot score. Come on, let's put this right. Trevisol, I need a big game from him. I'm going to demand more from Trevisol and from Kardec. Doesn't help that we've got everybody away on international duty. That's unfair, that is. They should have international breaks like the rest of the world. Are we going to go 2-1 down here? Because it does seem like they don't need many chances. Come on, Trevisol. Buck up. Naldo, no, he's just a youngster. Naldi is the boy who's tipped to become Brazilian Player of the Year. Naldi. And I'm really pleased with him because he started off as a 2-star and he's now gone up a star throughout the season. So he's done really well. He's had a really good season. That's poor. He's offside. Chance, and finally 2-1, and it's another wing back. That's what I needed them to do. But look at the front four. 6.8, 6.4, 6.5, 6.5. It's taken wing backs to... Naldi's resting. I'm resting the first team. This is also probably why they're not playing extremely well. I've got Kardec and Trevisol. I'm expecting more from Trevisol. He's been brilliant all season. But they're just not playing well enough. At the moment, it's just a nightmare watching them. But in terms of the league... we are 15 points clear. Although Palmeiras can knock us back a bit. So I can afford to lose a couple of games. In terms of the league standings. Right, let's make some subbies here. Marquinhos can come back into the team now. For the old man. Javier can go out onto the right. Marquinhos in the middle. Paraxides, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Let's try Helinho in the middle. Kardec and Trevisol. Oh my lord. Could put Naldi up front. He can't do any worse, can he? Oliveira. I'm going to play him as... the DLF. No, we'll put Oliveira as the advance forward. He's got more pace, and then give Perotti a game. Why not? And we'll wait to see who gets tired, most tired first, or we might get an injury as well. Again, we've absolutely annihilated them, but we've just made life so difficult for ourselves. I really don't understand this game at all. Why teams down the bottom are so hard to beat. Should be rubbing my hands now against these next three opponents. Lovely pass. Go on, Perotti. And he's done it. Is he going to be given offside, though? Go on, Perotti. Go on, FM. Give him a goal. It's awarded. Well done, Perotti. Always said he's a great player. Oliveira, different forwards again. And they're both 1.5-star players. And they've just combined to create the goal. So hopefully that's 3 points in the bag. A trophy and 3 points so far. Juninho's had a very good game. 5 key passes, and yeah, his rating is only 6.8. He said 5 key passes for a 6.8. It's not very generous of the game, is it? For me, he's done a lot better than that. Come on, close them down. Close them down. Who is tired? Perez, maybe. Let's not panic yet. Nicely done, Marquinhos. Get in front of your man. Go on, Perotti. Sometimes I bring these players on who haven't played all season, and you should probably have more faith in them. Maybe that's it. They just don't figure in your mind, and they sit on the bench or in the reserves most of the season because you haven't got time for them. And then they go and do that, and Perotti's got another one. Sometimes, maybe I've got to learn about this, is that every player has value, even if I don't think that they have. Heidegger, for example, who's on a 7.1, he was never in my thinking until we got all those injuries. So maybe that's something to learn, that all your players have value, even if you don't think they have. Give Perez a rest, I think. So Perez is my right back, isn't he? So let's get Uder. 4-1. I was not expecting that 5 minutes ago. What changes did I make? Nothing, really. I just kept it as is, didn't I? I didn't make any changes at all. I pushed the line up to much higher, but that was it, really. So we can play some of the bigger names in the next game. Unlucky, unlucky boy. The goalkeeper saved it, did he? Couple of minutes to go in this one. 3 points in the bag. That's it, when you're ready. He is taking his time. I've only said waste time sometimes. He's trying to run down the clock to the 4 minutes, is he? Well, he's taking his time again. Yeah, okay. He should get booked for that. I wonder if FM will consider bringing that in, getting booked for time wasting. Because he should have got booked for that. I only said sometimes, not don't bother playing anymore. Go on. Let's get 5. I'm feeling a bit greedy. Let's get 5. Well, the reserves have done it in the end. We had to change the 2 up front, though. But Perotti He's just said to me, I want a few games, boss. Oh, Helenia, what a chance. And that is it, full time. We'll take a 4-1. Team we should be beating. We don't need to say anymore. 15 points clear now. If Palmeiras lose or draw, we've got to win the title. Raquelme had a lovely game. I have to rest him now. Are Palmeiras in there? No. Still yet to play. So when does our next game? I don't need to actually rest them. Especially as some of the first team will come back for this game. They've had a good 2 weeks rest now. Although I've still got so many players on international duty, I can't bring them back yet. I hope that they're going to be back before the Libertadores. Leite, another centre-back. Thank you very much. Although I don't think he can play in the league, can he? So it's not a big deal. He's not allowed to play in the league. Slow starters in the second half. Don't have a very good work rate. What's their pace then? Nothing about their pace. It's not good, it's not bad. So for the beginning of the game, we'll just start with a higher line. So maybe if my players are going to be away on international duty, I'm going to have to play Perotti again. Top target, 21-year-old centre-back. Oh, very good player. Look at those physicals for 21. Mentos aren't bad. Very, very good player. 18 million. Let's put him on the short list. Very, very good player he's going to be. Trevisol has performed especially well in training. Pires, what is this? Oh, it's the goal of the month. Raquelme is, what is this? National First Division Player of the Month. Oh, I'm not taking over that. Don't tell me to do it. You're in charge. So just go and do it. Santos won't be easy, this one, having beaten them in the Libertadores. It's not going to be easy. Oliveira. Let's get the director of football to do some work. Probably come back and say couldn't agree, so I'll have to do it myself in the end. Duran out for 4 to 5 weeks. This is getting worse and worse, isn't it? So Duran will miss the Libertadores. Evening, Edits. How you doing? I'm doing well, and the save is going well. ish. Although, transfer list, no, I'm not going to transfer list him. Because we could still get another year out of him if nobody buys him. Breakthrough prospect, squad player. No, I don't want to actually up them. Pineda will probably complain, yeah. Gallos will probably complain. No, he's okay with it, Gallos. And Pineda, we'll put him back then. Want to make sure? No. Okay, you can have it your way. Don't want to upset Pineda. Oh, well, let's have another centre-back injuries. How many centre-backs have I got left? I don't think I've got enough. Let's have more. Let's get them all injured then. Let's play without centre-backs. Could become better than Pineda. Interesting. Oliveira. Aguilera could be as good as Camalo. I agree. Vincinius could be as good as Duran. Who is he then? Duran isn't a winger. We don't play with wingers, but he can play wing back, can't he? Interesting player. So, yeah, looking at the last few games, we've won the Copa de Brazil. We beat them 3-1 in the first leg, and we beat them, and we drew 0-0 in the second. And we've won pretty much everything. Since that dreadful, whatever that was, the game threw at me. Just by changing the tactic to something that they weren't familiar with, we've put it back on course. And there's a part of the game that does not make sense to me and annoys me. Something terrible. Just by playing out of shape, out of position, then the game just suddenly decides, oh, you can win this one and you're back in form. Now, this is an interesting selection. Maya, Redondo, Aguilera. I'm going to go with that. But I want to try and see what Perotti can do again. Trevisol was poor in his last time out. Let's see what Perotti can do again. I also want to have a look at the subs bench. Still got, 4 players. Praxides is resting. Naldi. Jesus Abba. Juninho. He's not put any wing backs. He's got no wing backs. Teco can come onto the bench for Murillo. Who is Ronier? What's he done to my bench? Paraxides. Murillo. Do I have a right back here? Gallos is on the bench. Teco is on the bench. So that's okay. So we're just going to play. They're in 5th. They're a good team. And this is not written in stone. I'm not going to push too high up. Just going to play with a higher line to begin with. And I'm really concerned that these boys won't be back from international duty before the Libertadores semi-final. So I'll have 4 players away, all my forwards away, before the Libertadores. Brilliant. Oh no, they're coming back. Nothing really much. Who's he? Anderson. 16 years old. Could become decent. We'll work on his finishing. And obviously his mentals. He could become decent. Yeah, 5-star potential, that boy. But probably lose him in the summer, which is why FM is always annoyed with me, Andy. FM does not like me. Oh, that looks like very good news. Because Palmeiras must have lost or drawn. They drew their last game. Who did they play in their last game? Drew against Paranense. So that means that both of these are now 15 points behind us with 9 games to go. Shall I give him his way? I'm not doing too well picking the team at the moment, but Perotti played really well. Deserves another chance. Trevisol, put Trevisol up front with him. Give Trevisol another chance. Where is Trevisol? Who is a more natural forward. But I think I want to give Perotti another go. Well, let's go and win this game, boys. Let's go and win this. Is anybody having troubles with the stream? I just noticed that my little screen here just had stopped. Do you remember the 70s film West? Yes, of course I do, yeah. Gosh, that's going back a while. Westworld. It's the one with the boats, isn't it? The one, the catamarans. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and well, we have a chance to qualify. We can qualify. No, let's not put any pressure on them. But they're in 15th. Let's make it count today. 15th in the form table. Let's make this count. Hi, David. It kicked me, but it jumped straight back in. So no issues at the moment. Well, that's good news, because mine just stopped. My little screen just stopped. So I just thought I'd better ask if everybody else is still there. It's come back on. I clicked the replay button and it's come back on. Oh, Perotti. Oh, that's probably why he didn't want me to pick Perotti. So we're going to play Oliveira now. He's going to get his way. I can't afford to have more forwards injured. Come on. You've got all my centre backs injured. Now you're picking on my forwards. I've already only got one decent wing back on the right. I did tell you guys, though, that injuries in Brazil are horrendous. That's why you need a squad of 55 players. Because the injuries never stop. They're absolutely horrific. Probably because they play all year round. They don't get any break. Look at the shape. We're in dreadful shape. They are attacking mostly down the middle. So I don't want that on. I want to keep them away from the middle if I can. Might play fairly narrow to stop them coming down the middle. Go on, Sam. Well, that was a nice pass, but the wrong person there. Needed a Kamalo. These boys have gone off the boil, these wing backs. They're not as effective as they were at the beginning of the season. I'm thinking of another one. It was similar name, Westworld. It was about... It was like the world had got flooded or something, and I'm thinking of the wrong one, Andy. Come on, boys. 3 points here, and we're almost home and dry. Nice pass. Has it gone in? He's checking for offside. How did that go in? He's checking for offside, though. Waterworld that was, wasn't it? Yeah. Waterworld. Yeah, he looked a bit offside. That was the one, Waterworld. I don't remember Westworld then. Don't remember that one. Waterworld. I'm just... My brain is like this juice. Maya needs to come off the tackle harder now. Our shape is really poor. Wonder if that's because they are pulling us out of shape. Go on, son. Go on, Trevisol. Go on. Oh, yes. That's what he can do. That's his attributes for you. Okay, David. Have a good night. You just, I think, caught that goal from Trevisol. What a burst of pace. And couldn't almost caught him. But he was composed. So now let's, I want to go and have a look at what my assistant is doing, because maybe that's causing us to be pulled out of shape. So let's get him to readdress that, because look, we're all over the place here. Maybe I'm going to have to be a little bit more disciplined, because they are all over the place. Ooh, that was poor. Whew, goalkeeper gave me our kittens, them. Something wrong here. Oliveira's very deep. No, I don't want to do that. It'll slow things down. We're doing well at a high tempo at the moment. Very, very deep, Oliveira. That's what's making the shape look weird. But it's okay. If it's only Oliveira getting out of shape, that's okay. He obviously... He's an attacking mid, so he's probably just coming deeper to pick the ball up. That's Redondo. He is. He's coming very deep. He wants the ball. That's because he's an attacking mid, I guess. So Redondo and him are getting in each other's way a little bit. So I don't probably want Redondo too far up the pitch. Oh, he's on fire. Oliveira. And there you go, the rotation in Brazil. It's all rotation, isn't it? So maybe I'm thinking about Redondo becoming just a ball winner, and then he can hold his position, because They're almost getting in each other's way, Oliveira and Redondo. If you have a look there, they're like in each other's way. I wonder what I can do about that. I need to change one of the roles. He's coming deeper than the other players do because they're naturally forward players. But at the moment we're winning, so there's really no need to do anything, and Redondo's just made it 3-0. So this should be strengthening our place at the top. Trevisol, nice pass, and that was a good shot. In off the crossbar. So where are we now? In terms of the table. 18 points ahead. It's got to be impossible for them to catch us now. So Redondo and Aguilera can come off now. Perez can come off and Raquelme. Just to rest them. Well done. Well done, lads. Raquelme and Perez both can come off. Both the midfielders, because they're important players. And the others can stay on and finish the job. Go on, let's make it 4. Let's bury them. When we play well, we play well. When we play bad, we're awful. But when we play well, we play well. Let's bury them. Let's show Santos who's boss here. Cheers, Phil. That's a really nice thing to say. And welcome to the channel, mate. So, you haven't been playing FM for very long, I take it? You've not been punishing yourself too much. Because this game is like a punishment sometimes. Go on, Trevisol. Lovely pass. There's a ball on there for Aguilera. Must be 4. No, it isn't. Aguilera's struggling. He would have scored that a couple of months ago. He's struggling. Both midfielders are struggling for form. Redondo's played well. I don't know why they've got us predicted to finish in 10th at the beginning of the season, 8th now, because we're just like running away with the league. I don't know why they've done that. Started in 23. Okay. So still pretty new to the game then. It hasn't driven you nuts yet. It often drives me nuts. Right, let's get some of these boys off to rest them. I can only make 4 more, can't I? So Paraxides can come on for Aguilera. Teco for Raquelme. Gallos for Piros. Redondo definitely needs to be rested. Juninho can come on. And that's the 5 subs then. We can just let it wind down and feel very confident we're going to win this. It's Still with the same team trying to win the Champions League out of Sweden. Good luck with that. That's a tough challenge, getting one of the smaller European nations to win the Champions League. Getting this lot to win the Libertadores is quite difficult too. But we're in with a shout. Quarterfinals last year, semi-finals already this year. Can we beat Internacional? That was a poor pass. Who was that? And there's the big squad is beginning to tell now. Oliveira playing really well up front. Come on, boys. It's been a pretty poor second half. I'm going to demand more from them. It's been a pretty poor second half. Trevisol is very tired. Looks like he's picked up an injury as well. Wait. Let's go and check on my assistant. They've scored, have they? I missed the goal. But it has been checked for offside. Oh, goal awarded. Is this the great big comeback? Because I'm expecting one of those very soon, and I prefer it to be in this league match than in the Libertadores semi-final. Yeah, okay, we know he was onside. We take your word for it. One shot on target, one goal. If I was as clinical as the opposition teams, I'd be winning games like 15-3. I wish I only needed one or two opportunities to score. In this Seyfel, I have been in... Started off with Persib in Indonesia, with no badges at all. And then moved to Hiroshima in Japan. Won the Asian Champions League with Hiroshima. Then went to South Africa to Sundowns. Only took me a season to win the African Champions League. And then after Sundowns, came to Coritiba in Brazil, where we've been stuck trying to win the Libertadores. Oh, come on, FM. Yeah, Trevisol has picked up a knock, hasn't he? Have another forward out injured. Oh my goodness me. Nice pass. Not a very good reply from Teco. I think I'm probably going to have to take... Can I take him off? Yeah, take him off. If he's injured, I don't want to make it 6 weeks instead of 5 days. Let's put the wing backs on support. Definite. Oh, he scored before he's come off, was he? Trevisol scored and I've taken him off. Nicely done, son. Yeah, the journeymans are quite good because you never know where you're going to end up. You know, I set a target of winning 4 of the 5 major trophies. I thought maybe 5 would be pushing it, because I don't play as often as other people because of YouTube. So I kind of like decided 4. And you've got to go to these places, but you never know what club you're going to go to. So it's quite fun to do it, to do a journeyman. You haven't got a clue where you're going to end up. It's quite fun. I mean, this is 8 seasons long now. So we've been at 4 different clubs in 8 seasons. This might be... No, it's 2030. Yeah, this is the 8th season. Well done, lads. Good win. We are now 18 points clear, although they both have a game in hand. But they are chasing our shadow now. Perotti's injured as well. What? Oh yeah, he got into. He's out for. I've got no forwards left. Come on, FM. I've still got Oliveira, but all the others are on international. Oh, and I've got Cardiff, who's absolutely rubbish. So this has got to be the reserve team anyway, before we play Internacional in the semi-final. So is there a break here? Yeah. So there's a week between games. And they're 15th place again. It's one of these, Andy. 15th place. So Palmeiras won. Internacional haven't played yet. Hopefully they're playing Sao Paulo. One of them, we need to get one of them to drop out soon. 2-2 draw, you reckon? I think a defeat. We've got to have another defeat. We can't... The game will not allow it to go on like this. So it'll flick the switch again very soon. I'll try not to get too upset. But it will flick the switch again. Palmeiras have played. Who did they play then? They're not even listed here. When did they sneak their game in? They beat Chiera 3-2. Well, I didn't see that going through. I think the game's making it up as it goes along. And we have to play Chiera next. See, it's not there. And it wasn't before those games. Oh, and we got another injury as well. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So let's have a look at what... Brilliant. And 4 players away on international duty. It's looking really tough. Looking really bad, actually. Eight games to go, 15 points clear. I think we've won the title. Oliveira is the goal of the month. So I think it's probably going to be Oliveira. Oh, come on. Oh, it's only Atuesta. No, I'm going to send him to a specialist. How much more injuries are you going to give me? Come on. Leave me 11 players, will you? Just leave me 11 players and we'll get on with it. We'll get on with it. That's all you have to do. Just leave me 11. At this rate, I'll get injured. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the Swansea one, I messed the Swansea one up. I think this is where I made an error, and I saved it and lost it, which is sad. I've done that twice in my YouTube life. I definitely lost the Preston one last season. So yeah, sometimes I mess up. It's a I need to rotate this team, but I don't think I've got anybody who can play. Gallos can play as their Teco can come on as the wing back. Maxi Alves can come in as the DLP. Actually, no, Naldi can play. No, I'm going to leave Naldi rest. Trevisol is injured, can't play that. So Gallos, Teco, Maxi Alves. I've got no central defenders, have I? Leite can't play, is ineligible. Heidegger's injured. Anderson, Jesus probably. He can play for Mustafa. But I haven't got anybody else, I don't think. Jesus Abba. Marquinhos had a spell out injured, didn't he? So no, I've got to find a forward. Redondo Aguilera, no. Helinho, yes. And Paraxides. So Paraxides is injured. Helinho I'm going to play as a ball winner. Paraxides is injured. Wait a minute. Juninho. Is he a good central mid? Or does he prefer to be centre mid? He's a box to box, and so okay, we'll do it that way. And then I've got to find a forward. None of those are available. Duran's injured, everybody's injured. So I need somebody to play up front. So it's got to be Kardec. It's the only one I've got. I haven't got any more to fill up the bench. Paraxides is injured. These are all too tired. Pineda. Kamalo, too tired. But let's bring them onto the bench anyway. They can play for 20 minutes if necessary. Well, this injury crisis is a bit of a nonsense. I think we should push the line up for this bunch. Let's go with a higher line. Let's go positive. Let's put both wing backs on attack. Let's go back. Let's go at them. Let's try and catch them out early. And then we are set for the Libertadores after this. I don't mind losing this because it might mean that the game will be gentler on me in the Libertadores. No, we're not putting anybody in the reserve games at the moment. We need all hands on deck. So home we are, and home we should be winning this. But again, yeah, maybe I should go back to balance. It is a weakened team again. I mean, look at that front three. It's dreadful. Let's go and see what we can do. I'm not quite sure we should be zipping it around either. They're not good enough to be zipping it around. We've been on a good run. So I might actually have to slow the game down, because I'm not sure this team is actually good enough to be zipping the ball around at pace. Especially as they're not familiar with each other. We shall see. Yeah, we have not got the possession, and that's really interesting, and maybe I'm right. We should be slowing it down. But it's early days yet. That's poor passing. This is what worries me about this team. That if they're playing at too high a tempo, their passing isn't going to be good enough. That's a good pass. That's nice. Oh, Juninho. Yeah, that was Newport, Callum. Absolutely right. It was the Newport. And then I went to Swansea. Counter-attack looks good. So that passing was quite good on the counter-attack. Just a concern, Cardiff too slow, showing his age. He's got to zip the ball around. Oh no. Juninho fancies his chances today. You just deliver the corners. Let somebody else worry about putting the ball in the net. I'm actually going to ask him to shoot less often. He's being wasteful. Come on, boys. 3 points here. And we're pretty much home and dry for another title. Oof. As if we can go be 18 points clear with 7 games to go. That's nearly... oh, God. Good save. But this defence is looking weaker and weaker. Have to get... if we're still here... if we don't win the Libertadores and we're still here, I've got to strengthen that back three. It's just not good enough at the moment. He's a very good player. He's going to be good, but not there yet, as well as he's going to be good, but not there yet. Marcos is a big loss. And Jesus Abba is a good player, but he's always tired. And Jesus Abba wants to leave, I think, to play with better players. So at the moment, we're only 16 points ahead. Not liking this very much. It's because Raquelme's on attack. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him back on support and we will keep him on attack. Oh, nicely done. Go on, Teco. Oh, boys. Come on. 6.5, 6.6 again. Juninho is having a poor game. It's very wasteful, Juninho. Come on, boys. 1 goal, 1-0 victory will be fine. I've got to remember, I'm playing pretty much a reserve team. The back three are strong. But apart from that, it's pretty much the reserve team. Ah, Juninho. Again, he's wasteful. How can I stop him doing that? To tell him to focus. He's just being extremely wasteful. I could actually tell him to more direct passing, couldn't I? And he gets rid of the ball quicker then, rather than thinking about the shot. Let's try that. More direct passing. Then hopefully he'll get rid of the ball quicker and won't have time to think about the shot. What's happened there, referee? He's going to have a look at his little tally, but this always results in no penalty for me. It's never a penalty. For the opposition, it's always penalty, but for me, it's always no penalty. So I'm expecting no penalty. What's he given? I have no idea what he's given a penalty, has he? Who's going to take it? Oh, Gelos. He's become a penalty taker, that boy. And he's put it away. Oliveira, come on. Let's tell him to demand more. Juninho is not responding. He's having a poor game. It's a long time since I've had a penalty, actually. Very long time since I've had a penalty. Go on, son. Go on. Go on. Let's make it 2. Oof. Was that Juninho again? No, it was Maxi Alves. Juninho has recovered by a point there. Gone up to 6.7 now. I'm just thinking about the team for the Libertadores. I think that Naldi will have to come in as the DLP instead of Maya. Go on, must be. 2-0. Oliveira is playing quite well, actually. Look at 2 non-starters playing up front, and they're playing really well. Trying to put in a bid to get into the team. Oh gosh, this game is nutty sometimes. But this will put us... What will happen here? This will put us... 18 points with ahead, 7 games to go. It's pretty much over. I think we'd only have to win 2 out of the last 7 games. I'm pretty sure we'll get 2 wins. So it'll be our second title in 2 years with Coritiba. Chance, go on, somebody put your laces through it. Half-time 2-0, well done, boys. But except for Juninho getting shots away. They're not really bothering us. And for a team down the bottom, then they should be giving me much more trouble than we're getting. They're not really giving me any bother at all, which is unusual for a team down the bottom of the league. Nobody for them is particularly playing very well. Kevin is probably the most dangerous player they have. And we've got Teco injured now. Good Lord. Enough, FM. Have I got another left wing back who can play? Just scraping the barrel now. Absolutely scraping the barrel. What have I got? 11 injuries now? Alright, it's letting me win, but it's at a cost, isn't it? But the Libertadores is not looking too good at the moment. Quarterfinals last year, semi-finals this year, probably final next year. Right, let's make some more subs before I get another injury. So let's get 3 off. Juninho has not played well, but he's recovered. And he won't be needed. Raquelme will be needed. But he's already come on as a sub. Yep, it looks like I'm going to have to be jumping into the computer and playing myself, Andy. Maxi Alves, Raquelme. Gelos probably needs to come off. He needs to be rested. Maxi Alves, Maya can come on for Maxi Alves. Marquinhos and Xavier. No, Xavier can't play in the next game. So Marquinhos... Jesus Abba can come on for Marquinhos. And that'll be it for now. I'm thinking of putting you in the next lineup, Andy. Yeah, you might have to play up top. I don't know how you're going to cope with that, but I'm thinking you're going to have to play. And then I'll go have a look at the car park in Sainsbury's, see if there's anybody up there wants a game. Cardiff and Oliveira can see this game out. Fairly comfortable. But if I've got players like Cardic and Oliveira playing and we're winning, then the other teams must be really poor. They must be really bad. Raquelme's out of form at the moment, which is not good since Teko's just got injured. Beer poacher, eggs and salmon. I had more. My thoughts are more like left outside, Andy. They had a goal hanger. No, I was thinking left outside. Come on, boys, let's get the third goal here. Go on, Helinho. Easy peasy. He's playing well, Helinho. It's going to be difficult to drop him. Right back in the physio room. How do you leave Helinho out? He's had, like, is that his hat trick? No, he's only got one today, but he had a hat trick the other day. He's only a 1.5 star player. Yeah, they get him injured. That's probably gonna happen to him next, I guess. He's playing too well. The game will injure him. We can't have him playing well. Aguilera, come on, just for a minute. There's Redondo and Aguilera will play in the semi-final. Do I pick Oliveira? That is the question. Because the other boys up front have been awful. Just like the opposition today. That's it. Just close it down now. Keep possession. That's it. Nicely done. 3-0. It's really weird, though, this game, because it took that we were on that bad run, and it took us, all we did was put them in a formation that they couldn't have possibly been familiar with, and then we haven't lost since. So Tech goes out for, oh god, what if I give him an injection? Does that make him Andy wants a pay increase for being injured. Helinho is playing really well. So we need to rest them. Yeah, you see where all that was happening, and then against Santos, we put them in the weird shape that they couldn't possibly know how to play in that. We got through to the final, and then we haven't lost since. The game doesn't make sense. Why would that happen? Why would they suddenly, to just one game, playing in a really out of shape style, and then we went back to the normal tactic, and we haven't lost since. It's got. I think that the SI have got to sort that out. 5 days. I'm going to rest everybody, I think. Just give the whole squad a rest. No, we won't. Be sensible. Just the main players who played. He doesn't need a rest. Nobody else. I just got to hope that we win the first leg. and checked his wallet. I had to, like, why give him a pay increase? Because he got injured. That's a bit insane. So if both of those can lose, that would be really handy. That would be very handy. But even if they win, 15 points with 7 games to go, I'll only need to win 2. And that'll be champions again. But this is the one I want. But I don't think I'm going to get it this year. I'm going to have to wait another year. So I do know that I'm not going to be playing with the much higher line. We're going to play with a higher line. I'm also going to come off the counter press. And I'm going to play for possession. I want us to try and keep possession, because they are going to be possession hungry. Palmeiras won. Internacional must have won then as well. Yeah. So 15 points with 7 games left. I'm actually to. Well, we just pick everybody. Everybody can play. Who's Roselli? 6 million central defender. Quite like him. So I'm going to need to strengthen at the back for next year if we don't win the Libertadores. The dream would be to win the Libertadores and then to have Manchester United looking for a manager, get that job. And I'm just wondering why we're not seeing we should be seeing jobs in the, but I'm not seeing any European jobs here. But then Manchester United come in for me, and they've already taken Marcos off me. I could take Kumalo. Then that would be like the dream move. I'd be like, off to Manchester United with Marcos already there. Kumalo will definitely go. I could decrease his price before I go. I'll put him on the transfer list. And then he'd definitely come. Xavier, Abba, Mustafa, not going to argue with that. Pires, Raquelme. The only one I'm going to argue with is Maya. And I'm going to put Naldi in instead of Maya. Yeah, I could take Naldi. Naldi's getting on a bit now, though. Naldi's not a young whippersnapper anymore. He's 29 years old. So Naldi is going to play, and he's got a relationship with Galzara as well. Teco's injured. I've got Murillo. I've no idea how good he is or whatever. So who does he... He's got Leonardo de Late. Who is he? Morello is probably a better bet. So Gallos, Malala, Marquinhos, Helinho, Oliveira, Aguilera, Juninho, Jesus, Maxi Alves. We've got no replacements up top, have we? He's left Oliveira out. Oliveira's on the bench. Trevisol is on the bench. Where is Duran? Injured, I guess. Yeah, Duran is injured. That will have to do. Are we away or home in the first leg? We are home. I like to be away in the first leg. Moreira, whoever he is, has got a new contract. Flamengo and Corinthians. So that's interesting, because that's the other semi-final. Brazilian. They're a Brazilian team, aren't they? Yeah. So it's all Brazilian teams left. So Internacional, we've been better than them all season. Can we do it, though? Can we do it? Hey, Gustavo, how you doing? Tactical meeting. I'm late day for Xavier. It's probably not a bad plan, actually. Because Leite can't play in the league matches, can he? So it's actually probably not a bad plan. Where is Leite? Yeah, he's not fit. No. We'll leave it as it is. But it would have been a good plan because he can't play in the league games. Let's just check with my assistant. Come on, boys. Good performance is what's needed here. And one more change, I think. We're going to play fairly narrow. I'm going to make sure that we're defensively solid. Who is the team you support, Gustavo? Let's make the advantage count at home. Who's the club you support? They're quite interesting. Come on, boys. This is the biggest game you have all ever played in. The semi-final of the Libertadores. Camalo, I need a really big game from you today, like the 4 goals you scored a couple of weeks ago. That's not it, though. That is not it, but it's a good start. I don't want both wing-backs on attack, so we're going to put Pires on support. Alif Manga. No, I haven't got Alif Manga. Illegal betting. Oh, that's a very big rivalry then. And we always end up in the Paranense Cup playing against Atletico Paranense. They beat us this year. But we have got one over them on the cup and in the league. But they beat me in the final of the pre-season cup, the state cup. It is a very big rivalry that I have with them. Good tackle, good tackle. Get stuck in, boy. They are pulling us out of shape a little bit down that right-hand side. Yeah, it is. FM lets me know that it is a very, very big rivalry. So you support Paranense. Who won the derby in real life recently? Coritiba or Paranense? Oh, we're gone behind. It's probably FM telling me it's one season too early. Oh, boys. And it's down that right-hand side. I've got to shut off that right-hand side. and maybe bring the lines back. So what we'll do, just going to try and stay in this game now. I'm going to come back to a mid-block, bring the line back so that they can't get behind me now. We've gone a goal behind, but I just need to stay in this and hopefully perform better in the other game. Yeah, they beat me in the State Cup this year. I beat them last year, but they beat me this year. Hey, Olive Olansif, how are you doing? Come on, somebody's got to do something here because we're looking chronic again. Whenever I play the first team, they look terrible. Play the reserves. Oh, Galasara! Well, that was a good plan. Drop the lines back. Put the wing back on support. Stop them coming down the flanks at me. Sometimes my in-game management does work. Naldi again. Look, Naldi's outstanding. Forwards are terrible again. And we're 2-1 behind. Oh boy. We beat these easy. We've beaten them every single time we've played them in the league. But not today. Simple set piece, we didn't get anywhere near it. Oh, come on, boys. Mendes. 2 assists, but one's a corner, so it might just be set pieces. It looks like our intercontinental dream is over. Where is Mendes then? He's not even playing. Oh, there he is. Should be tight marked. Turn him onto his right foot as well. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've been the better team as well. We've just caught us out, been more clinical. Oh well. No, I don't bother with the training. I don't think it matters this year. I spent so much time on it last year. I've won 20 odd trophies this year, so I don't think it even matters. You've been terrible so far. You have to accept you've been terrible. The forwards need an absolute rollicking. Xavier needs a rollicking. You weren't good enough and your mistake cost us. 6.3. Goalkeepers 6.5. Always semi-finals and finals you do this, FM. Look at the ratings. Never mind. It's just not going to be our year. It's not going to be our year. Gonna have to wait. Okay, nothing else I can do. Just blast them at 60 minutes. Just wondering how tired they are. That's us. How tired are they? Couple of them. So might be what I have to do is go more attacking as the game wears on, because we're not looking tired at all. Just looking like we're playing badly again. And maybe I shouldn't be playing the first team, even if it is the final. Maybe I should drop them all for the next leg. Look at these two. He's got to come off. Hey, Further, how you doing? But we're only 1-0 down. I've seen us come back from this away from home before. 2-0 will be tough, especially if we make mistakes like that. Oh, we're playing atrocious at the back. Right, we're going to up the ante in a minute. Because 30 minutes to go and they're tired, we've got energy left. Let's shout at them, demand more. Go on, you're in. Oh, Perez. Right, let's get some place off and we'll wait until the corner's done. Let's wait until this corner's done. Chance! In! Mustafa! 2-2. Now we're going to go at them. But this is why I prefer to play away in the first leg. Well done, Mustafa. Xavier's got to come off. Right, let's get and make some changes. Xavier can come off. And I will put Marquinhos on and put him in the middle. Pineda's shocking. Oliveira, let's get him on. May even have to bring Trevisol on eventually. We're all right playing in midfield. It's just at the back. We've been dreadful at the back. And now we're going to take that off. We're going to go fairly wide. I'm going to up the tempo. We're going to go at them now as they get tired. We're used to doing this. And let's see if we can't catch them out. Or whether we get caught out ourselves. But we got to go for it now. Sudden putting them under pressure might cause them problems. Mendes is still a nightmare. Where does he play? Is he a centre mid or a forward? Well done, William. Got to get your score up from a 6.6. No mistakes at the back, please. They've got to... It's kind of like a mid-block we're playing, but their press is quite good. That's a poor pass. Who is that? Riquelme. He's out of form. I'm going to put him back on an attack roll. Get forward. We've got to try and win this with a home team. But the risk is we get punished. Yeah, I've got to go for it, Silver Ali, with a home team. And we've beaten them every single time this year. It's just going to be the semi-final where we lose against them. So I've got to go for it. We have to win the home tie. Go on, Kamalo. Good pass here. Go on, Galzaro! 3-2 in front. What a manager. What a manager. As they've got tired, I've still got 3 subs I can make. We're actually deadly through the middle, so I'm going to focus our play up through the middle. Mendes, I need to do something about Mendes. Who is he? He's attacking midfield right. Would be, wouldn't it? So we'll put Raquelme back on a support duty. Come on, boys. We can get to the final. Another goal, and we can get to the final. Right, subs. If we're playing up through the middle, we need to strengthen the middle. Wing backs have to stay on. You have to keep playing. Oliveira's just come on. Kamalo's started to play well. Probably the wing backs. Gallos can come on. And I'm going to keep Raquelme on. Do I need to change the goalkeeper? No. Redondo is going to get tired. Aguilera can come on for Redondo. Swap those over. Naldi is looking a little tired. So is Galazaro. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get another goal. We can win and get into the final. Oh, it's a poor pass. Well done, well done. Oh, it's fallen to the wrong. Come on, boys. Come on. Offside, referee. Offside. No, it's the semi-final further. Semi-final first leg. I think he was offside there. It's been awarded. You're having a laugh. He looked miles offside. Yeah, he was. He's miles offside. They've given them one there. He was about a yard offside. Who's playing him on then? It's not this one. It's him was offside. Oh, 3-3. Oh my God, it's going to go right to the wire then next time, is it? It's absolutely level in terms of... Have I got any subs that I need to make again? Yeah. Raquelme is very tired, but do I bring on Murillo? Galazara probably needs to come off. So Eugenio, since we're playing up through the middle. Come on, let's get another one. They're just about edging it now. As we get tired as well. But come on, come on. We took the risk. Oh! Well, we're still in the final, but we have to play the away leg next, and that's never going to be pretty. We're still in it. Yeah, I don't like nervous or apprehensive because they're obviously not concentrating, so... But there are other considerations when subbing players off. It's like so many. Oh, Aguilera! So many things to consider. I've got so many tired players. I can't take the nervous players off. Maybe I should shout at them a little bit more, and tell them to calm down or whatever it is. I need to tell myself to calm down at the moment. Oh, we have won it, but it's not enough. 4-3. We are going to have to play well in the second leg. If we can make it 5 before the end, I'd be very happy. Go on, Aguilera. You're having a good game, son. Raquelme, do something really pretty. That's it. Give it a Naldi. Come on, boys. If you make it 5-3, we could get into the final. Oh, what are you doing, Oliveira? And that's it. That's going to be it. We've managed to come back and win it. But is it going to be enough? Well done. Yeah, well done. That was a good win. Is it going to be enough to get to the final? We have to play. We have got to play. I will play this one off camera. And then tomorrow we will be back starting with the semi-final. And I think tomorrow we'll comfortably, for the league games, I'll go into key highlights. And we'll comfortably get through the season then. Just 6 games in the league and possibly 2 in the Libertadores. We've won it, but it was not enough in my book. 1 goal, is it going to be enough? We'll be back tomorrow to finish the season and see if we can win 2 more trophies. I think the Brazilian league is in the bag. I can't see them overtaking us now. We've just got to pray the Libertadores can be won. Ah, boy. Okay, thanks, guys, for coming. I'm very hungry now, and I'm going to have a cup of tea and something to eat. Probably a bacon sandwich and a Scotch egg. And a cup of tea. And we'll catch up with you again tomorrow when we'll finish the season. How many more trophies will we win? We've won 2. Can we get to 4? And that would be 21 trophies for the save. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting the channel. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Be safe. And come back safe tomorrow. Thanks, guys.